Welcome to this explainer. Today we're tackling a super fascinating travel challenge. We're going to figure out exactly how to spend 10 straight hours in a mega mall without buying a single retail item. Crazy, right? Normally, you hear the word mall and your brain goes straight to shopping bags, maxed out credit cards, and crowded clothing racks. But today, we are completely flipping the script.
Now, if you're that reluctant vacation companion who absolutely dreads retail therapy, being stuck in a mall probably sounds like a total nightmare. But using the real-world experience of a travel blogger who landed in the UAE straight from Oman, we're going to solve this ultimate travel problem. Because, as you'll see, skipping the stores isn't just possible, it's actually incredibly rewarding.
But first, to really wrap our heads around the scale of what we're talking about, we have to look at the sheer magnetism of this place. Get this, the Dubai Mall draws a staggering 100 million visitors every single year. Seriously, let that sink in. That is literally more foot traffic than the annual tourism of entire countries, all converging right here on this one massive structure in the Middle East.
So what's the secret sauce behind those massive numbers? Well, our source material hits the nail on the head. This isn't just a place to buy clothes. It was actually designed by some incredibly creative minds to be a standalone ecosystem of continuous wonder. It's a space built to keep you wandering for hours upon hours, never wanting to leave. You literally never quite know what bizarre surprise is waiting for you around the very next corner.
So, here's our agenda for today's explainer. 1. The mall without shopping. 2. Unexpected indoor wonders. 3. High-octane adventures. 4. Culture and nighttime spectacles. And 5. Essential visitor survival tips.
Section 1. The mall without shopping. A real paradigm shift. Section 2. Unexpected indoor wonders. Defying expectations. You know, just walking the halls here gives you world-class sightseeing. I mean, you can gaze right at incredible marine life through a massive multi-level observation tank at the Dubai Aquarium. And you can do that straight from the public walkways. Or head over to the Grand Atrium and totally geek out over the Dubai Dino. It's an actual, real, prehistoric dinosaur skeleton lit up in this gorgeous deep bluish purple. And oh, we can't forget the waterfall. This is a massive 4-story high water feature with these beautiful crafted human figures looking like they're diving right through the cascading water. And the best part? You get to soak all of this in without opening your wallet once.
Actually, there's a super cool hidden detail about that waterfall, pointed out by a visitor. Those diving statues, they create a totally captivating optical illusion. Check this out. If you stop and stare closely at just one of the diving statues, the other surrounding ones actually seem to disappear from your peripheral vision. How wild is that? It's just this perfect, clever blend of art and natural features, designed specifically to keep you captivated.
Moving on to Section 3, High-Octane Adventures and Interactive Thrills.
Now, the sheer contrast this mega mall creates is honestly surreal. Picture this. You just stepped out of the blistering, sweltering heat of the Middle Eastern desert, right? And minutes later, you walk right up to a full-sized indoor ice skating rink. They run these skating sessions basically all day. It is an incredibly fun way to cool off that, frankly, most other global shopping centers wouldn't even dream of attempting.
But hey, maybe ice skating is a bit too tame for you. Don't worry, the interactive experiences here are absolutely next level. You can hit up Sega Republic for actual indoor roller coasters and VR simulations. Or, if you've ever wanted to race, you can go to the Ferrari store, strap into a high-speed simulator and test your skills driving Formula One cars on different tracks. And this one is my favorite. You can head over to the Emirates store, step into a legit flight simulator and pilot an A380. Yep, the world's largest passenger aircraft. You even get to try landing it at 12 different global airports. No way you're getting bored with all that.
Okay, Section 4, Culture and Nighttime Spectacles, looking at the evening experiences.
All right, before we head outside, we got to talk about food. Now, finding authentic local cuisine in Dubai can actually be kind of tough, and that's because there's a massive 8-to-1 demographic ratio of expat workers to Emirati locals. So when you're standing in front of the vast international food courts, you might feel like true local food is just nowhere to be found. But there is a real hidden gem you need to know about called Millis Restaurant. It's tucked away in the Village Atrium section, right under these colorful umbrellas, and it serves up amazing traditional Emirati hospitality and delicious local dishes, right there inside the mall.
Then housed in a separate building just across from the Dubai Fountain, you've got the Souk Al Bahar. Before any of the big evening shows kick off, you definitely want to take a stroll through these stunning, traditional Arabic-style corridors. It is just a feast for the senses. You can take in the beautiful architecture, the smell of the spices, grab some fresh dates. It's a wonderful cultural palate cleanser after the high-tech mall vibes.
So, the crucial takeaway here is all about planning your twilight hours correctly to maximize the whole experience. Here's the ideal timeline. First, hit the at-the-top observation deck of the Burj Khalifa, yes, the tallest building in the world, in the late afternoon. You'll get these spectacular sky-high views of the city. Then, when you come back down, get ready, because starting at 6 p.m., the choreographed Dubai fountain water and music shows kick off, and they run every half hour. After that, at 6:45 p.m., the mesmerizing Burj Khalifa light show begins. It literally turns the entire exterior of this massive skyscraper into a flashing, colorful, towering canvas. It is a must-see for sure.
Now, because these fountain shows are world-renowned, you can bet massive crowds gather right at the water's edge leading up to that half-hour mark. But our source gave us a fantastic pro tip. If you want to avoid staring at the backs of people's heads the whole time, get to the viewing area well before the show starts and grab a spot on the nearby bridge. Elevating yourself up there gives you a flawless, completely unobstructed view of the water shooting high into the air.
And that brings us to Section 5, Essential Visitor Survival Tips for Navigating this mega mall.
You'll really want to treat these next few points not just as basic directions, but as strict survival rules. Trust me, it'll keep your epic 10-hour exploration from turning into an exhausting chore. First up, hold on to your metro ticket. You literally need it to exit the gates, so don't toss it. Second, buy your round-trip transit tickets in advance. That red line station gets wildly busy, and you don't want to be stuck in line when you're ready to leave. Third, and this is absolutely crucial, wear your most comfortable walking shoes. You are going to walk endless miles inside this building. Seriously, way more than you think. And finally, allocate plenty of extra transit time. Just walking from the metro station into the mall itself takes a while, and getting all the way across the mall for a timed attraction, like that flight simulator we talked about, is basically a journey in itself. Oh, and amidst all that walking and exploring, here's something incredibly impressive. The mall's infrastructure seamlessly provides free, fast Wi-Fi for everyone. I mean, keeping 100 million annual visitors connected, that is a massive technical feat. And naturally, it effectively removes yet another reason you'd ever need to leave the building.
Finally, our conclusion. Redefining the modern mall and looking at this completely new experience.
Ultimately, the sheer amount of visual art, the high-tech interactive experiences, and the cultural marvels prove one big thing. A mega mall doesn't actually require a shopping budget to be a spectacular destination. It's like a giant puzzle of entertainment. So knowing you can skip the retail stores entirely and still be thoroughly entertained from morning until night, what indoor spectacle are you going to prioritize on your next layover? Think about it. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep exploring.